Right. Good afternoon, guys. Right. We'll now solve some previous attempt question papers. Okay. In that, the first one is Jan 25. Okay. Generally, uh, whenever there is a last attempt question paper will be there, no? The questions from the last attempt question paper mostly 99% will not be repeated. Okay. You can expect a question from before last attempt, but the very last attempt will be there, no? From that questions will not be coming. If at all it is coming, means from the entire attempt maybe 4 to 5 marks will be coming. That too maybe in a subject, that's all. Generally it won't be repeated. Okay, Jan 25 we are going to solve now. Jan 25 questions. See here, you already know the pattern of the question paper. Pattern of the question paper we will see now. Okay, pattern of the question paper. Paper 3, no? Paper 3. In this, income tax. Next, GST. Income tax for 50 marks, GST for 50 marks. So in this income tax, you will be having two parts. Part 1, part 2. Part 1 will be MCQs. Part 2 will be descriptive. Okay. So MCQ questions, you will be having 8 questions here. 7 into 2 marks, 14 marks. 1 question into 1 mark. Okay, totally 15 marks. Same is the case with the GST as well. So in GST also, part 1, part 2 will be there. Okay, so this descriptive questions will be there, no? So descriptive questions will be how many? Will be 4 questions. There will be 4 questions. So 4 questions. In that, question number 1 will be compulsory question. Compulsory question. Okay, question number 2 to question number 4, out of which you have to write out of 3, 2 has to be answered. Okay, 2 has to be answered. In compulsory question, this is for 15 marks. These questions will be for 10 marks each. How many it will be? 15 plus compulsory 15 plus 2 into 10 marks. So 50 marks it will be. Okay. So in this compulsory question 15 marks will be there, no? So this will be maybe classified into 10 5 marks. 10 marks one question, 5 marks one question. These 10 marks questions are there, no? These may be classified into 4 marks, 6 marks, or 5 marks, 5 marks. In the last question, there will be an internal choice. Internal choice means in the question, let's say question 4 it will be. In question 4, there will be part 1 and part B. Okay, either you can solve B or part C. So either you have B or C, you can solve. This is for 5 marks, this is for 5 marks. Likewise, internal choice may be there. If you are taking up this question, you will be having an internal choice. So this is how the pattern will be. So that means how many questions you have to answer. Descriptive point of view, these 2 questions may be there. Here 2 10 marks questions means altogether 4 questions it will be. Altogether 4 questions it will be. So 4 plus 2, 6 questions you have to answer for 35 marks. Okay, so same is the case with GST. That is also again 6 questions. That means 12 questions it will be. 12 questions plus 8 plus 8 MCQ questions. So 16 MCQ questions you have to answer. So this is how the pattern will be. Correct? So now we are going to see this Jan 25 paper, right? Okay, Mr. Anant is a traditional farmer. Anant is a traditional farmer. Jan 25 paper, this is correct only. Sorry, that's what. Here is the part 2. Okay, in MCQs it is combined actually, sorry. Here we have case scenario 3, from 3 onwards, right? Okay, Mr. Mohan Raj of Kerala, unregistered under GST. Mohan Raj of Kerala, unregistered under GST, deals with the supply of cosmetic items within Kerala. He ordered an iPhone for his son studying in Pune, Maharashtra, through online from an electronic commerce operator located in Delhi. Okay, he gave his Kerala address for billing, but delivered to Pune. Okay, for billing, and his son hostel address in Maharashtra for delivery. The supplier in Delhi dispatched the ordered iPhone, okay, from his godown in Karnataka. From his godown in Karnataka, he supplied. Right. He applied for registration under GST. He applied for registration in the name of Mohan Raj and Co., a proprietary concern. Okay. And got registered in the state of Kerala. Right. Next, during the month of June 24, he purchased goods value 5 lakhs for making further supply. That means this is inward supply 5 lakhs. Out of the above purchases, he gifted stock worth 2 lakhs to his daughter. Okay, gifted 2 lakhs worth of stock, who is of doing the same line of business in Kerala, to help her. Got this? So purchased 2 lakhs. Out of this, 2 lakhs is given as gift. He supplied stock value 1.5 lakhs to unregistered buyer in Kerala. Correct. Next, Mohan Raj paid 10,000 towards rent to local municipal corporation for shop taken on rent at a bus terminal in Kerala. Local municipal corporation. Next, he paid a rent of 20,000 for residential house taken on rent in Kerala. This property was used for his personal residence. Property used for his personal residence. All the amounts given above are exclusive of tax wherever applicable. Rate of GST 6%, 6%, 12% respectively. And rate of GST for service goods is 12%, services is 18%. Subject to information given above, conditions for availing ITC are compliant with. Okay, right, ITC conditions are complete. So now we need to answer in respect to the iPhone order and delivered, place of supply will be. Place of supply will be. What is the place of supply for delivery of iPhone? Is the question. Is the question. So what is that? Kerala. Kerala. Why? In bill to ship to model, wherever the goods may delivered. Okay, but will be place of supply will be the place where the third person is there. Okay, we'll see. Next, determine the value of outward supplies, including supplies liable under reverse charge mechanism of Mr. Mohan Raj for the month of June 24. Value of outward supplies we have to see under. What is the value of outward supply? First of all, this in the first transaction, is there any outward supply? 2 lakhs gift given. That means supply without consideration. Supply without consideration. Schedule 1, para 1. What it is telling? Permanent transfer or disposal of business assets on which ITC has been taken. In that case also it will come. Okay. Right. Next, that 2 lakhs will be taken. Stock valued 1.5 lakhs to an unregistered buyer. Okay. This has to be taken. 1.5 lakhs. Next, 10,000 towards rent to local municipal corporation. Local municipal corporation. What is that? 10,000. That means local authority is giving services of renting of immovable property. Services of renting of immovable property. Reverse charge mechanism will be there. So what he is asking for in this question? Determine the value of outward supply, including supply liable under reverse charge mechanism of Mr. Mohan Raj for the month of June 24. He is asking. 3,60,000 it is coming. Okay, we'll see. Right. How 3,60,000, 2 lakhs, 1.5 lakhs, 10,000 you are adding up. What about this 20,000? Personal residence. So where it is coming actually? Under reverse charge mechanism it will come. First of all, reverse charge mechanism it will come. Fourth point, a registered person is there. Registered person who is a proprietor, registered under GST. Okay, from an unregistered person, residential house he has taken. Residential house, reverse charge mechanism will be applicable. Under reverse charge mechanism, 9 subsection 3 cases it is covered. A residential accommodation is taken. It is covered. But under exemptions, proprietor is covered. If it is made to a proprietor, residential accommodation is given to a proprietor on rent. Okay, and proprietor taken the residential accommodation in his personal capacity, then exempted. That we have seen. Okay. Right. Next, amount of ITC that can be claimed by Mohan Raj for the month of June, including RCM transactions, if any, will be dashed. How much? Input tax credit that he can claim. Input tax credit that he can claim. What is that? On 5 lakhs he can claim goods. 3 lakhs only he can claim 5 lakhs. 3 lakhs. Why? On 5 lakhs he cannot claim, you are telling. Okay, next. What about this 10,000 rupees municipal corporation he has paid now? Municipal corporation under reverse charge mechanism that he can claim. How much? How much that is? How much? 1,800. 1,800. 10,000 into 18%. Inward service. Okay, 1,800. Next. 1,800. Next. An entire value of 5 lakhs he cannot take. Only on 3 lakhs he can take. What? 3 lakhs. No, 3 lakhs into 12 18. 12%, 18%. %. How much it will be? You just tell me what is. See whether it is 5 lakhs or 3 lakhs. Why? Why you are reducing the value? Like I have purchased it for 5 lakhs. See here, 5 lakhs is there, no? I have purchased it for 5 lakhs. On this 12% GST I have paid. How much it will be? 30,000 each. 60,000, 60,000, correct? Sorry, 30, 30, correct? But whenever I take input tax credit, later point of time, first of all I have taken input tax credit while purchasing. Later point of time I have supplied. That means I have given on gift. So that means on the 2 lakhs, input tax credit has to be reversed. On the 2 lakhs, ITC has to be reversed. First of all, I can take input tax credit on what amount? 5 lakhs amount. Entire 5 lakhs amount I can take. Okay, you tell me. So ITC that can be claimed by Mohan Raj for the month of June, including RCM transactions, will be 30,000. 30,000. Okay. Next, in the same month he has transferred 2 lakhs. Next, 900. 900. 900. So how much it will be? 30,900. Right. Case scenario 2, we'll check the answers. What is there? So either B or D is correct. D, C answers. We'll see. D. Okay. First case, what is the answer you told? Kerala, right? Kerala. Is telling B or D? Why it is B or D? You told what? Kerala, no? Place where the goods are handed over for courier. No. It is actually the supply is supply of iPhone. Hostel address in Maharashtra for delivery. Bill to ship to model will come or not is the question here. I don't see iPhone delivery for regarding iPhone order. Section 12. Section 12 only will come. Section 10. Section 10 for goods will come. Okay. So in that bill to ship to model is there. This is comes under bill to ship to model only. Then why? So goods are the place where the goods are handed over means that is in case of courier service, transportation of goods. In such cases, the place where goods are handed over to the courier for further transportation. In this case, it won't be like that. Okay, we'll check up. Next scenario you see, Maurya and Co. registered under GST, is engaged in textile manufacturing business in the state of Tamil Nadu. For the financial year 17-18, the due date of furnishing annual return is GSTR 9 is 7/2/2020. Annual return filing due date is 7/2/2020. 17-18. Okay, but their accountant submitted on 7/3/2020. Okay, no appeal or revision or investigation was faced by the said financial year by the firm. They supplied dhotis and saris to various state governments during the month of March 2024. Dhotis and saris to whom? To state government. Okay. Supplied saris worth 2,80,000 including GST to government of Tamil Nadu for Tamil New Year distribution. Okay, next. Supplied dhotis worth 3 lakhs excluding GST at the rate of 12% to government of Tamil Nadu for scheme distribution. Supplied both saris and dhotis to government of Andhra Pradesh for Telugu New Year 3,50,000 including GST at the rate of 12%. The said supply was made to its government undertaking in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Invoice was issued to Andhra Pradesh government in Tirupati. Right. During the month of April 24, firm made wrong availment of excess ITC under IGST head for an amount of 1 lakh. During the time period starting from excess availment up to such reversal, balance in the electronic credit ledger of CGST, SGST and IGST were 70, 20 and 20,000. Okay, respectively. Firm identified the wrong availment and reversed the excess ITC availed. Ignore breakup of the tax rate between CGST, SGST and IGST for GST TDS purposes. Based on the information, choose the appropriate answer. So first you tell me, Maurya and Co will be required to retain books of accounts and other records maintained under the provisions of CGST until. So up to what time they have to maintain books of accounts, retain books of accounts. What is the time limit? 72 months as per section 36. 72 months. 72 from 2 months from which date? From the date of? From the date of filing annual return for such financial year. From that to 72 months. In case any other proceedings are there, appeal is there, revision is there, from the date of such final order to 1 year, whichever is later, up to that date it shall be maintained. So when they have filed the return, 7/3/2020, correct? 7/3/2020. So 7/3/2020, okay, plus 72 months. 72 months means 6 years. Then it will be 7/3/2026. Okay. Next, determine the gross amount of TDS. Whether TDS is applicable in this case, services or contract provided to government. So government has to deduct TDS. So value is more than 2.5 lakhs. So here the value is 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs and how much? 2.8 lakhs. So totally how much it is? 2.8 lakhs, 3 lakhs, next 3 lakhs and 3.5 lakhs. Totally it is 9.3 lakhs, 9.3 lakhs. So there you have to see this whether it is excluding TDS. See here 3.5 lakhs including GST, that we have to check properly. Though it is worth 3 lakhs excluding GST, this you have to check 3 lakhs. Here 3.5 lakhs including GST. Okay. Next, in this 2.8 lakhs including GST. So now you have to take out the value. What is the value? 2.8 lakhs into 100 by 112, correct? 3.5 lakhs into 100 by 112. So then you will get the value, correct? Why? It is inclusive of GST, 12% GST is also included. So now you will get the value. On such value, what is the rate? 2%. 2% you have to take. How much it is coming? 17,250 is coming. 2.8 lakhs inclusive of GST. 2.8 lakhs into 100 by 112. See here 2.8 lakhs into 100 by 112 plus 3.0 plus 3.5 lakhs into 100 by 112 into 2%. Correct? How much it is coming? How much it is coming? 17,250. Right. In respect of excess claim of ITC under IGST, firm would be liable to pay interest on the excess availed IGST ITC amount of See, they have to pay how much? They are wrongly availed how much? Wrongly availed how much? 1 lakh they have wrongly availed, correct? 1 lakh. 1 lakh they have wrongly availed. In their electronic credit ledger, what is the balance? 70, 20, 20. How much? 1 lakh 10,000. That has to be ignored or not? That has to be ignored. In the morning only we have told that. That has to be ignored. That means nil interest. Okay, next. Padmini, Mrs. Padmini, a renowned Kathak artist and a registered person under GST, provides following information regarding the activities carried out by her during the month of June 24. Okay, so fees received for teaching Kathak, 12 lakh 50,000. Fees received for teaching Kathak, 12 lakh 50,000. Taxable or exempt? Exempt? How? Promotion of training. Okay, imparting training, providing training for the promotion of culture and arts by an individual is exempt. Okay, so this is exempt. Next, received from a TV channel for appearing in one of its TV shows as a guest anchor. Taxable exempt? Guest anchors. Taxable, for this clarification is also there. For guest anchors, clarification is also there. Next, received from performance of Kathak 2,50,000. Taxable exempt? Exempt? How? Performance of Kathak as a classical dancer. Exempt? Exempt, but what is the limit? 1.5 lakhs. Here it is. So it is taxable. Received from performance of fusion dance, which includes both Western and classical dance. That is taxable, since it is not classical. Right. So 2.75, 2.5, 1.5. How much it is? 6 lakh? Okay. Alpha Way Industries registered person dealing in supply of taxable goods all over India, having aggregate turnover of 6.75 crores in the preceding financial year, is required to issue tax invoice with HSN code. HSN code. How many digits HSN code shall be there? What is the turnover limit? 5 crores. More than 5 crores means 6 digits. B2B, B2C. In both the cases, it is 6 digits. Up to 5 crores means 4 in B2B. B2C, it is optional. It is optional. So that's why 6 digits for goods supplied to registered persons as well as unregistered persons. Okay, right. A, C, D, C, C, C. C correct, C correct. A correct. Next, you check 12, 11, 12, 13, they are giving it as C. They are telling it as Maharashtra. How? The just justification I don't understand. 11C okay. 12C, 13C anta. 12 and 13 you made correct calculation, huh? 12 and 13. 12, what is the provision actually? Due date for filing annual return, date of filing annual return. 72 months. You just see the provision. 72 months from the due date of annual return, date of filing annual return. Okay, we'll have a summary notes here. Just a minute. డ్యూ డేట్ ఆఫ్ ఫర్నిషింగ్ ఆఫ్ యాన్యువల్ రిటర్న్ కదా. Okay, so it is from the due date means you, what is the due date? 7/2/2020, correct? From that from that onwards, six years. Okay, that will be 7/2/2020. 6. Next, you come to this part 2, GST. అదే ఆన్సర్ సి ఇచ్చారు కదా. ఐ హావ్ సీన్ ఇట్, బట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది we made correct calculation only now. 2,80,000 for what? Sarees. See, first of all 2,80,000 is there now. This is including GST. If you exclude GST, how much it is coming? Below 2.5 lakhs it is coming. 2 lakh? 2,50,000 it is coming. Whenever it is more than 2.5 lakhs, then only TDS is applicable. Correct? So that is inclusive of GST. Right, next you see. See this one only, part 2, question 5. Galaxy, see here, this question 5. Galaxy Cube Private Limited, a registered person in Bharuch, Gujarat, engaged in various line of business, provided the following details regarding its transactions made during the month of May 2024. So this is a compulsory question. For how many marks? 10 marks it is given. Okay. So outward and inward transactions both are given here. Supplied a latest technology, laptop with touch screen, option to managing director's friend, open market value as well as sale to unknown customers was 90,000. So it is sold at 60,000. Now value of supply will be 60 only. See, supplied a latest technology laptop with touch screen to managing director's friend. 60,000 rupees. Value of supply will be, when price is the sole consideration and made between unrelated persons, then whatever is the transaction value, that will be value of supply. 60,000 only. Okay, next. Supplied printed letter cards to MK Industries, registered person in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Logo design, okay, was supplied by MK Industries. Out of 5 lakhs, material cost was 4 lakhs and balance was printing cost. Okay, how much? 5 lakhs is there. Okay, so this is also supply, outward supply. Okay, next. Provided services of transportation of passengers by an omnibus through an electronic commerce operator. Okay, so this is regarding, have you ever seen this? ECO, in that TAR, transportation of passengers. In that omnibus is also covered, not covered except omnibus. In the next point, omnibus is covered, but excluding, see, totally 5 points will be there. So here we are taking transportation of passengers, means first 2 points, transportation of passengers. In that omnibus is there, but omnibus is there whenever the operator of the bus is a company. Then in such cases, ECO is not required to deduct TDS, I mean pay TDS under 9.5. You remember that point. The second point will be there, transportation of passengers through omnibus, it will be there. Okay, omnibus it will be there, and that too whenever the omnibus operator is a bus operator is a company, then in cases ECO has not to pay tax. Who has to pay tax? The company itself has to pay tax. So here Omnibus through electronic commerce operator provided service of transportation of passengers by an omnibus. Okay, that we have to see. Next, provided catering services to Excel University of Patna, Bihar. Patna, Bihar. Catering services to Excel University of Patna, Bihar, which is recognized by UGC for granting recognized qualification. That means education institution. Catering services to education institution exempted. No. If it is an education institution up to higher secondary school, then only it is exempted. 3 services are there: transportation, okay, catering, security and housekeeping services provided to education institution. Education institution providing education up to higher secondary school, then only it is exempted. If it is for a degree college, university, then it is taxable. So that's why in this case it is taxable. Next, made supply of goods in the territorial waters to Blue Water Inc. If you are making supply in territorial waters, then what will be the place of supply? Nearest coastal state we have seen. Okay, made supply of goods in territorial waters. Okay, registered in state of Maharashtra. Such a place of territorial waters was at distance of 5 nautical miles to the baseline, coastal line of Gujarat, and 7 nautical miles to Maharashtra. Which is that place of supply will be Gujarat. Purchased goods from DK and Company, a registered composition dealer, 3,35,000. Okay, purchased goods from composition dealers means what will happen? ITC can be claimed, cannot claim input tax credit. Next, during the course of filing invoices, accountant identified an invoice dated 31st March 2024, issued by Mr. Mahajan, whose residential house was taken on rent for MD of the company for his residential use. Okay. The invoice was for rupees 50,000 excluding tax. So no payment has been made for this invoice. Okay, no payment has been made for this invoice. So regarding this, what has to be done? Reverse charge mechanism is applicable or not? Reverse charge mechanism is applicable or not? We are in the month of May. This is for 31st March 2024. Okay, reverse charge mechanism has to be applicable. Right now we find the invoices. Next, all the figures are given are exclusive of GST. Inward and outward supplies are intrastate except where the details of the place of recipient are given. Next, subject to the information given above, all the necessary conditions for ITC are fulfilled. Supply of goods 12%, supply of services 18%. So calculate the net minimum GST payable in cash. That means what? Output tax liability calculated, input tax credit to be calculated, then adjustment of the credit has to be made. Finally, you will get amount to be payable in cash. This is a full-fledged question. Okay, comprehensive question, full-fledged question. Okay, right, from each transaction to transaction we'll see here. First case, GST payable under forward charge. Laptop is there, no? Laptop, it is a supply, 60,000 value. So 60,000 only no value. So price is the sole consideration. And the transaction made between related, not related persons, unrelated persons, then transaction value. So CGST, SGST. Okay, this will come first transaction. Okay, next second transaction, you see what is that? Printed letter cards to MK Industries. This is supply of goods or supply of service? Printed letter cards. Clarification we have seen. Goods only no. So whenever there is a brochures. Okay, likewise, that will be supply of service. Whenever it is a napkin or a tissue papers, letters, cards, envelopes, then it is supply of goods. Okay, so this is supply of goods. That's why 12% rate of GST, intrastate GST. Next, transportation of passenger services by an omnibus provided through electronic commerce operator. Who is providing? Who is providing in this case? Who is providing in this case? So what is the name of this dealer? Galaxy Cube Private Limited. So Private Limited is running omnibus. Then forward charge, ECO has to pay. Forward charge. Okay. Section 9, subsection 5, it is covered. Omnibus services. But omnibus is being operated by Private Limited means then it is forward charge only. Omnibus has to pay tax. Omnibus is a private limited. See, it is a private limited. So that's why this is the case. Right. Next case, catering services to university. Catering services to university. Taxable, exempted. Taxable only, no. Taxable. So that's why. So 2,12,000. So university is where? In which state it is? Patna. Okay. So that's why. Place of supply Patna. Place where the services are actually performed. Correct only, no? Place of supply. So that's why IGST is coming. Next, supply of goods in territorial waters. Territorial waters, it is supplied mean nearest coastal state. What is the nearest coastal state? Gujarat. It is given 5 nautical miles. Maharashtra means 7. So that's why it is again CGST, SGST. Since the supplier is of Gujarat. Okay, that has to be taken. Next you see. Next, Gujarat in the given case, right? Now you see next, goods purchased from composition dealer, ITC cannot be taken. Right? Residential house taken on rent for MD, reverse charge mechanism, we have to pay tax. So that's why under reverse charge mechanism we are taking input tax credit. At the same time, this has to be added to output tax liability again. So that's why, see, add GST payable under reverse charge. So again 4,500 being added. 4,500, why we are subtracting as input tax credit? See, 4,500 has to be paid in cash. That's why we are adding to output tax liability. And at the same time, 4,500 is deducted as input tax credit. Okay, since it is a reverse charge mechanism. Next, other thing. Any other thing is there on which ITC can be taken? Composition dealer is there, that we cannot claim. So minimum net GST payable in cash is, so simply, okay, we have output tax liability of how much? 1,73,820, 38,160 is the IGST. So out of that 4,500 credit is there. So that we are using. Again this 4,500 output GST has to be paid. As it is a reverse charge mechanism GST, we have to pay in cash. So even though entire amount of ITC has been adjusted with output tax liability, okay. So even though there is no nil GST liability, but this 4,500 has to be paid in cash, and ITC can be claimed. Got it? Right. Next case you see. What is the next case? Gamma Multiplex registered in the state of Punjab gives the following offer for booking movie tickets. Regarding this, we have a discussion. So whenever the tickets are booked individually, ticket rate. Tickets and snacks are booked together, then ticket rate, principal supply, ticket rate of GST. Whenever the snacks are provided individually, then 5% rate of GST. Okay, restaurant and catering. Okay, so Gamma Multiplex registered in state of Punjab gives the following offers. Only ticket means 200 per person. Combo offer 350 rupees. Includes ticket and snacks. Okay, snacks means 250. So if tickets only provided means 200 per person means, so what will be the rate? The rate for movie tickets, rate of GST for movie tickets. Combo offer is taken means rate for movie tickets. Since the principal supply is movie. Snacks taken means restaurant and catering services rate has to be applied. So they are telling that 10,000 tickets you under combo offer. That means what is the value? 350 into 10,000. Correct? That is the value. 35 lakhs is the value. On this, what is the rate to be applied? Rates they have given rates for snacks 5%, supply of cinema 18%. So on this 35 lakhs 18%. First thing. Next 2,500 tickets, only tickets. So 2,500 into 200 into 18%. That is another thing. Next 1,000 tokens of snacks only. How much? 1,000 into how much? What is the rate? 250 into 5%. That has to be calculated. Got it? Okay, so you are required to determine the following. Explain the relevant rate of GST to be applied when combo supply is made. What is the rate? What is the rate? They are not asking for calculation, I think. Gross GST payable also they are asking. Combo supply means 18%. Cinema rate has to be applied. Snacks means 5%. Total payable has to be calculated. How much we are getting? So 35 lakhs into 18%. Okay, tickets rate 5 lakhs into 18%. Snacks 2.5 lakhs into 18%. So total GST payable by Gamma Multiplex. Okay, why is CGST, SGST? Exhibition to exhibition only, no? Exhibition, then place where event is held. Right, next, Notan Limited, registered person in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, provides the details of the following transactions carried out during the month of June 2024. Registered person in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, provides details of the following transactions. Okay, for the month of June 2024. Right, paid remuneration to Mr. Madan for services rendered by him in the capacity of director. Company deducted TDS under section 192 salary and 194 professional or technical fees or services of Income Tax Act 1961. Gross payments made were 8 lakh 50 and 11 lakh 50 respectively for salary and professional services. You got this point? Okay, for director 8.5 lakhs they are paying as salary. 11 lakh 50,000 they are paying as professional fees. What has to be done? Total 20 lakhs they are paying. What has to be done? On 8.5 lakhs, employee relationship, no supply, not a supply. On 11 lakh 50,000, supply made by director to company, company has to pay GST under reverse charge. So 11 lakh 50,000 under reverse charge. Okay, one thing. Next, paid rent to Indian Railways, registered in Madhya Pradesh for its property located in the same state which was on lease by the company. Indian Railways is providing service by renting of immovable property. Reverse charge. Indian Railways providing immovable property on rent. Reverse charge. Paid to XYZ Security Private Limited for providing security services to its warehouse across the state. Security agencies is not registered under GST. Reverse charge. Security services not registered under GST, but security services is a private limited company. Private limited company means body corporate. Agency this is a body corporate. Then, okay, next, fees paid to local municipal corporation for renewal of company's factory license for financial year 24-25, 4,800. 4,800. So this is another transaction. Above figures are exclusive of GST. Rate of GST is 18%. Turnover for the preceding financial year 67 lakhs. You are required to compute the GST payable. Okay, under reverse charge basis for the month of June 24. Reason for the treatment to be given. Okay, so four points are also given. So all these are reverse charge cases only or exempt. First case, reverse charge. Second case, reverse charge. Third case, reverse charge. Security services, reverse charge. Next, municipal corporation is providing company factory licenses. Government is providing services. Exempt, taxable. Value 4,800. See, 5,000 rupees is the value of the supply, means up to 5,000 rupees that will be given as exemption. That we have seen in exemptions chapter. Okay, so that's why first case, reverse charge. Okay, 11 lakh 50 into 9%, 9%. Next case, paid rent to Indian Railways. Tax on renting of immovable property services provided by Indian Railways is not payable under reverse charge. Next, see, immovable property given by government excluding Ministry of Railways. It will be there in the clause. Next, security services provided. Security services provided means reverse charge. Whenever it is provided by a body corporate, then it is not a reverse charge. Okay, so if the supplier is a body corporate, then forward charge. If the recipient is a body corporate, then reverse charge. That has to be seen. So it is not just straight away given. So that nil. Next, local municipal corporation, that means local authority is giving services where the consideration is less than 500. So sorry, 5,000. Consideration is less than 5,000, then it is exempted. This is exempted. Okay, this is not reverse charge. This is not reverse charge. Okay, this is not reverse charge, this is not reverse charge. Next, determine the place of supply in the independent cases. Marixi Pharmaceuticals registered under GST at Jaipur, Rajasthan, hires Sargam Events Limited LLP, registered under GST at Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, for its annual event to be held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. It is relating to event organization. Event organization services provided to a registered person means then the place of such a registered person will be the place of supply. What is the registered place of registered person? Rajasthan, Jaipur. Next, PSL Limited, registered in Chandigarh, Punjab, orders from CMR Limited, registered person in Ranchi, Jharkhand, for delivery of goods to MHT Limited, a registered person in Ranchi, Jharkhand. Okay, CMR Limited, registered person in Ranchi. So who ordered? Is it not billed to ship to? Is it not billed to ship to? PSL is ordering. Okay, to whom? CMR. CMR is delivering to whom? MHT. Okay, what is the place of supply? Place of PSL. What is the place? Punjab. Okay, we'll see. First case it is Rajasthan. Okay, first case Rajasthan, second case it is Punjab. Right, next. Rameshwar Industries engaged in manufacturing of semiconductors in the state of Assam. It makes intrastate outward supplies. Okay, Assam intrastate outward supplies. Date of commencement of business 14th March. Turnover exceeded 10 lakhs on 29th March. Turnover exceeded 20 lakhs on 15th April. Turnover exceeded 40 lakhs on 28th April. Okay, so date of application for registration is 15th May. Issuance of registration is 29th May. Okay, based on the above, what is the effective date of registration? Period for which revised tax invoice can be issued. Timeline within which revised tax invoice shall be issued. Has to tell. Tell me first of all, when the registration liability came, 28th April, for Assam limit is 40 lakhs. Engaged in manufacturing of semiconductors. That means they are engaging in like goods. Right. Next, liable for registration 28th April. Within 30 days they have to make an application. They made it by 15th May they have made it. Okay, within 30 days made. So that means what is the effective date of registration? But registration certificate came 29th May. So this period is there, no? 28th April to 29th May. For this period, revised tax invoice can be issued. Within which date? Within 30 days from which date? From issue of certification. Okay, from 29th May. Within 30 days it can be issued. Next, rectification of errors or omissions in respect of returns filed under 39 of CGST Act 2017. Exception to rectification, time limit for making rectification. So rectification of errors or omissions in returns filed under 39. What is return filed under 39? GSTR 3B. Okay, rectification of errors or omissions in respect of CGST, exception to rectification, time limit for making rectification. So when the rectification can be made? Rectification can be made. Rectification can be made. Rectification can be made. Correct. But by making amendment in the further month returns. Rectification can be made till 30th November or date of filing annual return, whichever is earlier. Okay, exception to rectification means whenever there is an audit, inspection, scrutiny from the department side, they are finding faults with the taxpayer. Who are finding faults? Who are finding faults with the taxpayer? Departments. GST department is finding faults with taxpayer. That means scrutiny, audit, inspection is being conducted. In such cases, if they want to rectify the errors, then they cannot rectify the errors. This is the proceedings made by the department. Department is identifying the errors. In such cases, if they want to rectify, they cannot. Okay, so based on that, penalty will be levied. Time limit for making rectification will be obviously 30th November or actual date of filing of annual return. Right, next. CBIC has issued a recent clarification on time of supply in respect of services of construction of road and maintenance thereof of national highway projects of National Highway Authority of India. Hybrid annuity mode model briefly describe or discuss the said clarification they are telling. So see here, this clarification we have not covered. HAM projects are there. What is this? Hybrid annuity model. Hybrid annuity model. So this is a contract which will be given by National Highway Authorities of India. National Highway Authorities of India. Okay, you got this? So National Highways of Authorities of India is giving a contract to the contractor to lay the roads, to build the roads. Okay. So after building the roads, 15 years contract will be given for maintenance of the roads. That means payment will be made every month or else yearly there will be a particular interval. Due date will be fixed for making the payment. That will be made in installments. So this is what is the HAM model. Hybrid annuity model. Contract will be allotted. Roads will be built, maintenance will be made by them only. Payment will be released on a due basis. Okay. So this is the model. So in this case, this is nothing but continuous supply of service. Continuous supply of service. Then the invoice has to be issued. Invoice has to be issued on or before the due date. If the payment due date is ascertained, continuous supply of service, no. In case of continuous supply of service, when the due date is ascertained on or before the date of, date of such due date. Okay, if the due date is not ascertained, on or before the date of payment. If it is related to the completion of an event, on or before the date of completion of event. So that will be the what we call due date for issuing invoice. So that is the due date for issuing invoice. Then what is the time of supply of service? What is the time of supply of service? What is the time of supply of service? In case of services, date of payment or date of invoice, whichever is earlier. If the invoice issued within time. If invoice is not issued within time as per section 31, then date of service or date of payment, whichever is earlier. Date of payment or date of invoice, whichever is earlier. Invoice not issued within time. Date of payment or date of service, whichever is earlier. Okay, same. So all these points has to be mentioned. Next, explain briefly about exemption available under CGST Act in respect of services provided by an old age home. What is the exemption available for old age home? There is a monetary limit. What is the monetary limit? 25,000 rupees, including lodging and boarding and accommodation. Okay, 25,000 rupees. Whenever the consideration is more than 25, it is taxable. Up to 25,000 rupees, it is not taxable. It is exempted. Okay. Right, next. So, Rule 138E of the CGST Rules 2017 prohibits certain persons to furnish the information in Part A of GST E-Way Bill 01 in respect of any outward movement of goods of a registered person. List the said persons. Okay, what he is telling? Prohibits certain persons. That means who cannot issue E-Way Bill, who cannot generate E-Way Bill. Who cannot generate E-Way Bill? Who cannot generate E-Way Bill? Default. What is the default? Not filed the GST return. Not filed the GST return means GSTR 1, GSTR 3B for 2 consecutive tax periods. Okay, likewise. So for those persons, it is exempted. Next, state any 6 state taxes that are subsumed under GST regime. State taxes subsumed under GST regime. State taxes. VAT is a state tax. VAT. Next, entry tax, entertainment tax, which is levied by local authority. Okay. Luxury tax we told, contract. Octroi. Okay. Next. See here, state surcharges and cess insofar as they relate to supply of goods or services. Entertainment tax, lottery, betting, gambling. Okay. Entry tax, purchase tax, VAT, service sales tax, luxury tax, tax on advertisements. Okay. Next, you see here, composition supplier who has not furnished the statement for the payment of self-assessed tax. A person paying tax under regular scheme has not furnished returns for the consecutive 2 tax periods. Okay. Has not furnished a statement of outward supplies. That means this is GSTR 3B. This is GSTR 1. Person whose registration has been suspended under GST law. These are the persons who cannot have e-way bill 1. Cannot generate e-way bill 1. Got it? Right. Next, services of old age home. See here, 25,000 rupees per month per member is the limit. If the consideration is more than that, then it will be taxable. Up to that, it is exempted. So inclusive of charges, boarding, lodging, and maintenance. Okay, right. So all this is Jan 2025 paper. Like, could you able to recollect what are the concepts they are asking? Could you able to recollect? Almost all the point has been covered. Okay. See, when compared to income tax, this is the somewhat what we called lesser volume. Okay. So in terms of syllabus and in terms of presentation also, when you come for the examination also, so it will take less time for handling GST compared to income tax, but for same marks. So that's why you have to be focused on GST, and this is scoring area rather than income tax. I'm not telling that you keep the income tax aside, but GST is the scoring area. If you see the number of pages also, so GST, the total, how many pages are there here? 38 pages are there. So where the GST started? GST started from 24th, 14 pages it is. Okay. At the same time, in the starting, there are some objective questions, maximum for 4 or 5 pages. Okay. So comparatively, it is lesser in size. So that's why it is better to focus more on GST. After completion of GST, you can go for income tax. Right. Next, we'll take up September 24. From here onwards, Veena and Co. of Jabalpur, okay, registered under GST under composition scheme. Outward supply of the firm for the month of July 23 was 10 lakhs, of which 2 lakhs was supply of services. In the preceding financial year, the firm was doing trading for taxable goods only. Turnover of the concern for the preceding financial year 100 lakhs. The firm imported the following services during August 23. Okay, architect services from Mr. Vinod, a partner of firm who resides in France, for 1 lakh rupee. The said service was paid but not used for the furtherance of business. Management consultancy services from Mr. Lal, a renowned lawyer in Sweden, who was a ex-employee of the firm. The value of the said service was 3 lakhs. Even though it was used in the furtherance of business, no consideration was paid by the firm. Okay, so both these are relating to importation of services. Both are related to importation of services, correct? So in this case, no business activity is there. In this case, consideration is not there. Okay, section 7 subsection 1 clause B, section 7 subsection 1 clause C read with schedule 1 para 4. Okay, these two are there. This is regarding importation of services, if it is provided, if it is with consideration or without consideration, provided by relative or other than non-relative, so that has to be seen. Aggregate turnover of the firm crossed the limit of 150 lakhs on 25/9/23, from which date the firm was liable to pay tax under regular scheme. All the amounts given are exclusive of taxes wherever applicable. All the supply referred above is intrastate. From the information given above, choose the most appropriate answer. Tax liability of Veena for the month of July. Tax liability of Veena for the month of July. Okay. July month she supplied what? 10 lakhs. Total 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs supplies, out of which 2 lakhs was supply of services. Okay, July month. These two are inward, no? A and B points are inward. Okay, outward only 10 lakhs. On the 10 lakhs, what is the amount of GST? See, registered under composition, outward supply of the firm, trading of taxable goods. How much? 1% means 10,000. 10,000 means 5,000 each. Okay, right. Next, importation of services by Veena, that will be treated as supplies. Importation of services by Veena, that will be treated as supplies. How much? See, first case, importation of services from Mr. Vinod, a partner of the firm who resides in France for 1 lakh. The said service was paid but not used for the furtherance of business. This is importation of service. Next case, you see, renowned lawyer, Lal, ex-employee of the firm. Said service is 3 lakhs. In the course or furtherance of business, consideration not paid. This is importation of service. This is as per 7(1)(b). It is importation. This is 7(1)(c) schedule 1 para 4 as to attract means it shall be made between related persons. Correct? Or associated enterprise outside India. Correct? From an establishment outside India. So it is that case. It is that case. Mr. Lal is related. Ex-employee is related. Employer-employee are related. Ex-employees are related. No. So that's why, what is the turnover? 1 lakh. Okay. Next, Veena & Co will be eligible to claim ITC held on stock capital goods. On which date? Stock capital goods. As on which date? See, during the year, what is happening? From composition dealer to regular dealer, she is converting a composition dealer to regular dealer. Correct? Composition dealer to regular dealer. In such cases, what shall be done? ITC can be claimed or not? ITC on inputs, capital goods, both can be claimed. How much? Capital goods can also be claimed. Capital goods can also be claimed. Only one case. What is that? Exempt supply becoming taxable supply. Sorry, whatever. They are asking for the date. Which date? By which date it has to be seen? So, by 25th September 2023, they are converting. By which date it has to be seen? Preceding date. What is that? 24. Next, Pawan was engaged in providing various services within the state of Rajasthan since May 2023. Aggregate turnover crosses the threshold limit on 4/7/23. Applied for registration under GST on 2/8/23. Within 1 month, within 1 month he made a registration application. He got his registration on 10/8/23. After taking registration, Pawan started business across India, including supply of goods also. Dispatched goods pan-India based on orders he got for goods dealt by him. He received an order from Delhi, which he supplied taxable goods valuing 45,000. Applicable rate of IGST 12%. Supplied certain exempted goods worth 4,000. He made one invoice for both taxable as well as exempt supply made to Delhi. Asked his tax consultant for requirement of generation of e-way bill for this order. Tax consultant informed him requirement of e-way bill based on consignment value of goods supplied. Even being a micro enterprise, Pawan did not receive timely payment from this customer, as a result of which he ran into severe cash crunch and eventually could not make on-time payment to its suppliers. As a result, he decided to shut the business and got placed in a software company as a senior programmer executive. While shutting down his business, informed his tax consultant to cancel the GST registration. Tax consultant surrendered the GST registration online in GST portal on 25/10/23, and application for cancellation was approved by proper officer. All the amounts on 31st October 23. All the amounts given above are exclusive of taxes wherever applicable. Okay, so now what is the effective date of registration of Pawan? What is the effective date? Date when he is liable for registration. When is threshold limit crossed? 4/7/23. Within 30 days made the application, then effective date of registration will be 4/7/23. Okay, next, consignment value of the goods supplied by Delhi by Pawan is. What is consignment value definition? Consignment value means value of supply plus GST excluding exempt supply. Now 45,000 rupees plus GST. What is GST? 12%. How much? 5,400. That means 50,400 is the consignment value. E-way bill is required or not? Due date by which Pawan is supposed to file final return. When he has to file final return? Within, what is the final return? What is the form? GSTR 10. By which date he has to file? Within 3 months from the date of cancellation or date of order of cancellation. Within 3 months. So what is the date of cancellation? 31st October 2023. Correct? 31st October 2023. From there, 3 months. What is the time? 31st Jan 24. Next, fifth question you see. 15. Smita Limited made an outward supply of garments at an agreed price of 5 lakhs. Company charged Go Green cess levied by local municipal corporation amounting to 10,000 for this supply. Local municipal taxes. As the customer made payment within 3 days from the date of delivery, Smita Limited provided a discount of 5,000 separately as a customer friendly measure. Even though no prior agreement was made on discount, value of supply made by Smita Limited under section 15 is how much? 5 lakhs has to be taken. 10,000 to be added. 10,000 to be added. All the taxes excluding other than GST has to be added. Okay, so 10,000 has to be added. Discount has to be minus. No, why? Smita Limited provides a discount of 5,000 separately as a customer friendly measure, even though no prior agreement was made on the discount. So that's why discount cannot be. Okay, so 5,10,000 is the value. Next, Truth is God, a religious trust, 12A of Income Tax Act, provides services by way of renting of premises within the precincts of religious place, which is exempt up to how much? Premises, renting of premises within the religious precincts of a religious place How much? 999 per day. That is what rooms, renting of rooms. Renting of convention halls means then it is 9999 per day. 9999 per day. That is shop rent means 10,000 means what? Per month 9999 per month, that will be. That means up to this value there will not be any GST, no GST, exempt. More than that, that means 10,000 means exempt, taxable. So which is exempt up to 9999 per day. Okay, 5,10,000, 31st Jan 50,400, 4723. Right, 29 1 lakh 5,000. Right, okay. So now we are moving to questions part. Okay, you see this questions part. DEF private, this is also 10 marks question, huh? 10 marks question this is. DEF Private Limited, registered supplier of goods and services in Pune, Maharashtra, has furnished the following details for the month of Jan 24. Okay, registered supplier of goods and services in Pune, Maharashtra, furnishes the following details for the month of Jan 24. Turnover of DEF Private Limited was 3.2 crores in the last financial year. Next, intrastate supply of goods. Okay, 5 lakhs. FT Limited of Mumbai, intrastate supply of goods, taxable goods 5 lakhs. FT Limited of Mumbai, unregistered, has promised to DEF Private Limited in October 23 to complete contract within 3 months, but they are not able to complete the committed contract. So DEF Private Limited received consideration for non-performance of the contract on time as decided by pre-written agreement, that is 2 lakhs. Okay, non-performance of the contract, that is 2 lakhs. DEF Private Limited had provided services of booking of flight ticket for employee of H Enterprises registered in Delhi in economy class from Bagdogra, West Bengal to Pune, Maharashtra. Flight ticket booked for employee of H Enterprise. That means services given. Okay, services given. What services is given? Booking of flight is the service. DEF Private Limited purchased goods worth 5 lakhs from R Limited, registered in Gujarat on 15/3/23. Now R Limited issued debit note on 15/1/24 for post to delivery services to DEF Private Limited as per the part of terms of the sales. Okay, na? So previously supply is already made, but now our supplier is raising a debit note. Okay, now the value will be increased or decreased? Value will be increased. That means ITC has to be claimed by us. Correct? Our supplier is increasing the value, thereby increasing the tax. Now we can claim ITC. Right. Now we are in which month? Jan 24. Okay. So in Jan 24, 15th Jan 2024, debit note issued for 25,000 rupees. Now next, DEF Private Limited has sold one of its unit in Pune as going concern to H Limited, registered in New Delhi, 10 lakhs. DEL Private Limited had provided services to Mr. Y, registered in Punjab, to organize business exhibition in Dubai, 5 lakhs. Interstate supply of services for 10 lakhs. Amount towards the receipt of intrastate services 6 lakhs. Intrastate services, receipt of intrastate services 6 lakhs. Purchase of confectionery items which are to be used for supply free of cost to the customers in a customer meet organized by DEF Private Limited is 1 lakh. So now you are required to calculate what we have to calculate. Compute the output tax liability and input tax credit available for the month of Jan. Make suitable assumptions wherever required. Okay, so rate of GST is 18%. Both inward and outward are exclusive of taxes, and all the conditions necessary for availing the ITC are fulfilled. Okay, right. So opening balance of ITC is also given. CGST, SGST, IGST, 25, 25, 30,000. Okay. So now first of all, you calculate output tax liability. How much? First one, 5 lakhs intrastate supply, 5 lakhs into 9%, 9%. CGST. Correct? Next case. This is what? Supplier, not a supplier. This is what is liquidated damages. Liquidated damages. Liquidated damages means not a supply. Not a supply. Right? See, this is consideration. This is a service, this is a consideration. Consideration. But it is not a supply. Next. DEF Private Limited provides services of booking flight. This is outward supply. This is outward supply. Registered in Delhi. Registered in Delhi anta. He is from Pune, Maharashtra. He is from Delhi. Okay. So IGST 20,000 IGST will come. On 20,000 IGST will come. Next, 5 lakhs worth of goods. Now R Limited issued debit note on 15 for post delivery service as a part of the terms of sales. So 25,000 rupees debit note. That means this is inward supply. Or this is inward. No, this is not outward. On 25,000 rupees, on 25,000 rupees, he is registered from Gujarat. That's why IGST. IGST. On 25,000 rupees IGST. ITC can be claimed. Okay, this is not an this is an inward supply. Next, DEF Private Limited has sold one of its unit in Pune, going concern. This will come in outward, inward, it will not come. As a going concern, no, exempt. As a going concern, exempt. Okay, exempt. Next, provided services to Y to organize exhibition in Dubai, taxable exempted. Business exhibition outside India, exempt. Next, interstate supply of services, IGST will come. Correct? Next, receipt of intrastate services, ITC of CGST, SGST. Confectionery items, ITC will come. ITC will not come. So outward supply means 7th point you have to take. First point you have to take. Third point you have to take. Okay, output. Input means 4th point you have to take. 4th point you have to take. Okay, 8th point you have to take. Correct? Opening ITC you have to take. Then you can calculate input tax credit. Tell me. First point 5 lakhs 45. Second point not a supply. Correct? Third point flight ticket booking IGST. Fourth point going concern, sale as a going concern, nil. Next point business exhibition Dubai, nil. Okay. Interstate supply of services 1,80,000, 18% IGST. So total output tax liability arrived. Now in case of input tax credit, opening balance is taken. Okay, debit note 25,000 rupees. On that IGST is applicable. Okay, next, intrastate services received for 6 lakhs. CGST, SGST will be coming. So total 79, 34, 500. IGST or input tax credit is there. Confectionery items 1 lakh purchased, but ITC is blocked. 17.5. As per 17.5 it is blocked. So computation of GST, what is that? Output, sorry. He has not asked for this. What is the question here? Compute the output tax liability and input tax credit available. They are not asking for amount of payment and GST payable or GST net GST liability. They are not asking. Amount payable in cash they are not asking. Just they are asking for output tax liability and input tax credit. Enough. Next, now comes B question. See, ABC Infra is a partnership firm registered under GST. Partnership firm registered under GST. It furnishes the following details about services provided during the month of February 24. Got this? Okay, registered partnership firm or registered under GST. Details about the services provided during the month of February 24 is given. Okay. Consideration received from neighboring housing cooperative society as ABC Infra agrees to install effluent plant for treatment of wastewater. 5,50,000 supply made. Okay. So CGST, SGST has to be coming a neighbor. CGST, SGST has to come. Next. Consideration received from a distribution of passes for cricket match organized as a firm's annual event. Total 500 passes has been distributed. 2,42,500. Okay. Total 500 passes have been distributed. Total consideration received is 2,42,500. 2,42,500 divided by 500. If you do, what is the amount? Value of each pass? 485 rupees, which is less than 500. Actually, if it is more than 500, then it is taxable. Up to 500, then it is exempt. So whenever it is by a unrecognized sports body or any other conducting any event, so less than 500 means then it is exempted. So value of the ticket is 4. So this is exempt. 485 means. Services given of booking 8 tickets in economy class. 1,20,000 for flight between Mumbai to Manipur. This is taxable. Okay. Taxable or exempt? Taxable. Okay. Next, services for construction of building to state government in relation to functions entrusted to municipality. Under Article 243W of Constitution, construction material used 2,79,375 is included in the given figure 8,20,000. So that is what they exempted a taxable. Construction services given to government. Construction service given to government. You have to check percentage of the material involved. Percentage of the material involved. What is the amount of percentage? What is the amount? 2,79,375 by 8,20,000. How much percentage it is coming? 34%, which is more than 25%. So whenever you are doing a construction services to the government and the value of the material is more than 25%, then it will be supply of goods. If the value of the material is less than 25%, then it is a supply of service but exempted service. Here it is more than 25% material are involved. Then it will be 8,20,000 will be supply. Okay. So all the supplies are intrastate supplies. Rates are 18%. GST payable by ABC Infra. So all outward supplies they have given. Correct? All outward supplies only. No inward. So first one, this is taxable. Second one, it is not taxable as it is less than 500 per person. Next one, it is taxable. And last one, construction of building, it is also taxable. Taxable since the value of the supply constitutes more than 25% of value of the composite supply of goods or services. Right? Next question you see. Mr. T is a registered dealer of Andhra Pradesh trading in different types of machinery and its related different types of services. Their aggregate turnover for the preceding financial year 23-24 for sale of machinery was 1.32 crores. It was the first year, so they have not started for providing services relating to machinery. From financial year 23-24, they are planning to provide repair and maintenance services of 6.25 lakhs, for which they have to purchase some raw material of 5 lakhs from other states. Till date, they are purchasing within the state only. From the information given above, examine T can opt for composition schema. What they are asking for. Last year turnover is sale of machinery 1.32 crores. Okay. In financial year 23-24, they don't see, last year they are handling only goods. Now they are wanted to supply services. So 6.25 lakhs services may be provided. And purchase of raw materials 5 lakhs. So now you need to tell whether they can opt for composition schema. If so, under what section? Composition scheme for services or goods? Composition scheme for services or goods? See, 5% or 10 lakhs, whichever is higher, can be services part. So last year turnover is 1.32 crores into 5%. How much it is coming? See, this limit is correct only. 5% is 10 lakhs or 10% is 5 lakhs. 10% is 5 lakhs, correct? See the limit once. Composition scheme. It is, I think 10% is 5 lakhs. So 13.2 lakhs up to 13.2 lakhs services part can be there. Here the services part is only 16.25, correct? So that's why they are eligible for composition scheme under section 10 subsection 1. You are getting this point? Do you remember this concept of composition scheme? 10% and 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. 10% of last year turnover means how much? 13.2 lakhs. Up to 13.2 lakhs services can be there. So here the services supply is only 6.25. Okay, so they can do so. Next, Garima, having its permanent residence in Bhavnagar, Gujarat, purchased car from Kiara Motors of Jaipur, Rajasthan, to take advantage of lower registration charges and road tax. Garima took the delivery of the car from Jaipur and returned with the car to her residence in Bhavnagar, Gujarat. Address of Garima recorded in the invoice issued by Kiara Motors mentions only the name of the state, that is Gujarat. Okay. Whenever it is supplied to unregistered person, Garima is an unregistered person, whereas Kiara Motors is a registered person. Place of supply will be location of the recipient. See, we have read a provision, a new provision which is amended area, that whenever it is being supplied to unregistered person, okay, but unregistered person means is coming on tour or coming to some place, is purchasing from there and is going there, but at least address is given, at least state given, then in such cases that state will be place of supply. Here state is mentioned, given, state given, Garima has given to record, mentions only the state. Kiara Motors mentions only the name of the state, Gujarat. Okay, in that case place of supply can be Gujarat. Next, Akar Advertisement Agency. The registered person in Nagpur, Maharashtra wants to display the products of its clients at most prominent places in different states. Advertisement agency wants to display the products of the clients in most prominent place in different states. It took on rights to use the space on hoardings mounted on fixed surface attached to earth. Okay, situated in Udaipur, Rajasthan, and in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, from GN Enterprises, registered in state of Chandigarh. Okay, so that means advertisement agency is receiving the services. What is that? Renting of immovable property, we can say, immovable property. Akar Advertisement Agency has an exclusive right to use the space and also manage the advertisement on the hoardings. What will be the place of supply of the services provided by GN Enterprises to Akar Advertisement Agency? This is a supply relating to immovable property. Then place of supply will be the place where the immovable property is located. Correct? Immovable 12 subsection 3. So where the immovable property is located? It is located in Rajasthan. It is located in Madhya Pradesh. Both the places. Okay, here the conclusion here is, see, since turnover of previous year is 1.3 crores, firm is not dealing in service only. T cannot opt for composition scheme under 10.2a. Okay, so they can opt for 10.1 and 10.2. is also permitted to supply of services other than restaurant up to a value not exceeding how much? Not exceeding 10% of the turnover or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. That is 13.2 lakhs. But here it is 6.2 lakhs. Next, this is when supply of goods is made to unregistered person, place of supply is the location of the address of the unregistered person in the invoice. Okay, just recording of the state is enough. Recording of the name of the state is deemed to be recording of the address. Okay, next, hoarding structure erected on the land should be considered as immovable structure. So whenever it is a immovable place, immovable structure or immovable property, place of supply of any services provided by way of supply or sales of space on immovable property or grant of rights to use an immovable property is the location at which the immovable property is located. Where the immovable property is there, that is the place of supply. Next question you see. Mohan, registered person in Salem, Tamil Nadu, makes intrastate supply of taxable goods amounting to 13,57,000 inclusive of GST to a public sector undertaking. Intrastate supplies to public sector undertakings. Value 13,57,000. Consideration for the same is received in 5 equal installments from the PSU. Tax rates applicable are 9, 9 and 18%. What will be your view in respect of applicability of TDS provisions as per 51 of the CGST Act? TDS applicable? TDS will be applicable when a government is making payment to the supplier where the contract value is more than 2 point, government plus notified persons. Notified persons means PSC is also there. Public sector undertaking is making the payment to a supplier where the contract value is more than 2.5 lakhs. Here it is available. That means TDS is applicable. Okay, correct. Right. And 2.5 lakhs is crossing here. So that's why TDS is applicable. What is the period by which TDS is required to be deposited to the government account? When it shall be deposited? Within by 10th of the next month it shall be deposited. Okay. Every registered person executing works contract shall keep separate accounts for works contract under CGST rules. List the details to be maintained. Works contract. For works contract services, what shall be maintained? To whom he is working. That means for whom he is working. Okay, na? For whom the works contract service is being provided. One. Next, from where he is purchasing goods or services. That means that means his customer is supplier. Both shall be there. What are the goods or services received for making works contract service? What are the goods or services utilized? So details of supplier, details of recipient, goods or services received, goods or services utilized. So these are the things which shall be maintained. Okay. See here, calculation of TDS you see here. 1% rate is there, no? That means 2%, 1% each. Okay. Here the calculation is total 13,57,000 payable in 5 equal installments. And 13,57,000 is inclusive of GST. So first we have to arrive at value. After arriving value, it is payable in 5 equal installments. So value divided by 5. How much you are getting? 11,50,000 divided by 5. On that 1% will be applicable. CGST, SGST. Next, that installment has to cross this thing, what we call 2.5 lakhs. Installment has to cross need not. Okay. See here, next details. Name and address of the person on whose behalf works contract executed. Description, value and quantity of the goods or services received for execution of works contract. Next, description, value and quantity wherever applicable of the goods services utilized in a works contract. Details of the payment received in respect of each works contract. And the name and address of the supplier from whom he received the goods or services. Okay, right. Next, you see, describe the provisions relating to importation of services by a registered person as contained in 71B, 71C. Importation of services means importation of services with consideration, without consideration. 71B is applicable here. Okay, during the course or furtherance of business. Okay, or not. In both the cases, it is supply. Okay, without consideration from related person others. Okay na, with consideration during the course or furtherance of business from related persons or own establishment. Then supply, others not a supply. Understand? Right. Okay, list out the category of the persons who are exempted from e-invoicing. So e-invoices means turnover not exceeding 5 crores, e-invoice is not required. More than 5 crores, e-invoice is required. Next, SEZ units, banking companies, insurers, financial institutions including NBFC, GTA service provider, passenger transportation service provider, admission to exhibition cinematographic films in multiplex screens, government department, local authority. For these, e-invoice is not applicable. No act or proceedings of GST Council shall be invalid merely by reasons. Certain reasons, what are they? No act or proceedings of GST Council shall be invalid merely by certain reasons. What are the reasons? So that means whenever there is an appointment, invalid appointment, or sometimes any vacancy is there. So but still meeting has happened, some decisions has been made. So the decisions cannot be said that those decisions are invalid because there is a vacancy. Okay, there is an invalid appointment or a defect in appointment. Okay, so this is what. So no act or proceedings of GST Council shall be invalid merely by reason of any vacancy, defect in the constitution of the council, any defect in the appointment of the person as a member of council, or any procedural irregularity of the council not affecting the merits of the case. Next, see here, commissioner notified some specified persons to maintain additional accounts or documents as maintained in Rule 56 of CGST rules. Agent as defined under 2(5) of the CGST Act in any one of them. List the additional accounts to be maintained by agent. What are the additional accounts to be maintained by agent? All the authorizations. What are the goods supplied on behalf of a principal? What are the goods received on behalf of a principal? What is the statement of account given to all the principals? Okay. Next, what is the amount of tax paid on receipt or supply of goods? Okay, authorization, particulars of the goods received, particulars of the goods supplied, details of the accounts furnished to every principal, tax paid on receipt of goods or services. Okay, so this is which paper? September 24. Okay, right. We'll have one more paper. May 24. Here in this, I think this objective questions are there. No, it is not there. That's why not. Okay, objectives are there, but here in this paper, it is not there. In this suggested answers part, it is not there. Because that time they are not giving no. They are not giving the objective paper out now. MCQs they are not giving out now. That's why. That time. In suggested answers they are giving in suggested answers also it is not giving now. Now they are giving. After the examination, MCQs part also they are giving now. MCQ question paper also they are giving now. Previously it is not like that. Okay. See here, Evershine Private Limited, GST registered person, registered supplier, located in Jaipur, Rajasthan, is engaged in taxable supply of packing goods and consultancy services. It provides the following details of various activities undertaking during the month of September 23. Okay. Details of outward supplies. Supply of goods 18 lakhs to Vaidi Enterprises, registered person of Udaipur, Rajasthan. Further received 50,000 from Vaidi Enterprises towards freight charges as agreed to deliver the goods at Vaidhi Enterprises premises, which was not included in the above value. That means what is the value of supply? Vaidhi or Vaidehi here. Vaidehi. Okay. What is the value of supply here? Supply of goods 18 lakhs to Vaidehi Enterprise. A registered person of Udaipur, Rajasthan. Further 50,000 from Vaidehi Enterprise towards freight charges. Freight charge incidental expense, incidental expense only. That shall be added. So 18 lakhs plus 50,000. Supply of goods worth 35 lakhs to Calc Exim, a registered person of Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. Further amount of 60,000 charges separately, not included above, from the Calc Exim on account of municipal taxes. That shall be added up. Okay, 35 lakhs plus 60,000. Supply of services to Sunshine Limited, registered person in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, before discount worth 6 lakhs. Further discount 30,000 has been given at the time of supply of service and duly recorded in the invoice. 60, so value will be 6 lakhs minus 30,000. Delivered the goods worth 2 lakhs to J1 Solutions, registered person located at Bikaner, Rajasthan, on direction of Raghu Enterprise, registered person of Mumbai, Maharashtra, and tax invoice was issued by Eversign Private Limited to Raghu Enterprise, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Then it is interest rate. See, what is that? Delivery made at Rajasthan. Bill issued to Maharashtra. Bill issued to Maharashtra. Bill to ship to model. Then it is CGST, SGST, IGST. IGST will come. But 2 lakhs is the value of supply. Okay. Next, details of inward supplies. That is outward. Now inward. Purchased raw material goods worth 20 lakhs from Precure Limited. GST registered dealer located at Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. Goods worth 1 lakh out of the total purchase were not received during the month. Okay. So that means ITC can be claimed or cannot be claimed. For 1 lakh, goods not received, no. For 1 lakh, it cannot be claimed. Remaining portion ITC can be claimed. Purchased machinery for manufacturing process worth 2 lakhs. Located in Bangalore, Karnataka. Company has claimed depreciation under Income Tax Act on full value of machine. ITC cannot be claimed as per 16(3), subsection 3. Purchased truck worth 15 lakhs from GST registered dealer located at Ajmer, Rajasthan, for transportation of its goods. GST rate on the truck is CGST 14%, SGST 14%, IGST 28%. Okay, purchased truck worth 15 lakhs. For transportation of goods available. Next, purchased car costing 10 lakhs, seating capacity 7, available. Purchased goods worth 5 lakhs from DEF Buildwell Private Limited, registered person of Jaipur, for construction of an additional floor of factory building. Okay, of Evershine Private Limited. For what they have purchased? For construction they have purchased. So then available ITC. Blocked grade 17.5. Okay, whenever you are taking goods or services for construction activity, that means works contract service, it cannot be availed. Works contract services are taken for further supply of works contract services, then it is available. So whenever you are not capitalizing, then it is available. That means P&L you are booking expense, then it is available. Here they are constructing a floor. It is a capital expenditure. On capital expenditure, it cannot be availed. Okay, right. Opening balance of IGST given. Input tax credit given. CGST, SGST, IGST. Rate of GST on both inward and outward supplies. Okay, 18% given. Now we have to do all the figures mentioned above are exclusive of taxes. Information given above, conditions necessary for claiming ITC or given. Okay, complied with. Inward supplies are used for taxable goods only. No common credit of ITC to be taken. Brief and suitable notes should form part of your answer. Okay, what you have to do first of all? Net minimum GST payable in cash. That means what they have to do? So what has to be done? Output GST, input tax credit, adjustment of input tax credit, and total GST payable. That has to be done. So first of all, we'll start. First point. Intrastate supply of goods. Taxable 18,50,000. Why 18,50,000? Freight will be added. CGST, SGST. Next what? Calc exim 35 lakhs plus 60,000. Okay, municipal taxes will be added. Okay, so this is also interstate IGST. Interstate. Next, intrastate supply. Discount given. So discount value 6 lakhs minus discount 30,000, 5 lakhs 70. CGST, SGST. Next, interstate supply to Raghu Enterprise. So bill to ship to model. Maharashtra is the place of supply. So that's why IGST. 2 lakhs 36,000. So total GST payable is 2 lakh 17, 2 lakh 17, 6 lakh 76. Less now ITC. ITC will be opening 20, 50, 75. Purchase of raw materials 19 lakhs. Total 20 lakhs. In that 1 lakh will not be given. Okay. So that's why that too interstate purchase. Interstate purchase. Next, purchase of machinery. How much? 2 lakhs. Purchase of machinery for 2 lakhs. ITC will be given? No. Next, interstate purchase of truck 15 lakhs. Interstate purchase of truck 15 lakhs. ITC on motor vehicles used for transportation of goods is available. Okay, transportation of goods is available. So next, purchase of car, it is not available. Purchase of goods for construction of additional floor, that is also not available. So now total ITC 230, 260, 470. So you have to pay how much? 6,76,800 IGST. So first IGST liability 676. How much you have IGST? 417. Adjust that. Okay. So adjust that 417 first. Later on what you have? CGST. CGST you have how much? 260. 260 CGST you have. Sorry, CGST 230. 230 yeah? 230 only. Why it is like that? Why it is like that? It cannot be, no? Okay, opening balance difference is there. Fine, fine. Okay, CGST, how much you have? 260. So for payment of CGST it shall be utilized. How much it is there? 217. So 217, 800 you will adjust. Remaining balance is there, no? That will be used for making the payment of IGST. So likewise you have adjusted 230. So now SGST balance is there. So SGST balance is just 260. So that you can utilize for the making payment of SGST first and then later on IGST. Okay, likewise it is adjusted after adjusting this also. So IGST payment 2,05,400 is coming. That has to be paid in cash. Okay, right. Next question we have. Ravindra, registered person in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, has provided the following information regarding outward transactions made during the month Jan 24. He was appointed by recognized sports body as a chief selector for hockey team and received 5 lakhs as remuneration. So chief selector of a hockey team. So we have seen that. What is that for a recognized sports body as an umpire, player? So in that referee, those are covered. Chief selectors are covered. Curators are covered. Those are not covered, no? Okay, so if they are not covered, then it is taxable. Next, service of pure labor contract provided for construction of independent residential unit, 1.8 lakhs. Pure labor contract. Exempted for independent residential unit. Say for flat construction it is taxable. For individual house it is exempt. Affordable housing scheme, it is exempt, that we have seen. Next, rented out his warehouse for warehousing of sugarcane, warehousing of agriculture produce, exempt, and received rental income of 75. Services to Municipal Corporation of Bhopal for slum improvement and upgradation, exempt. Charged consideration of 1,25,000 for Western music dance, taxable. Right. Next. As per CGST Act 2017, Vishnu Limited was not mandatorily required to register. However, opted for voluntary registration. Applied for registration on 12th February. Registration certificate granted on 24th February. Vishnu Limited is not engaged in making interstate outward supplies. IGST is not there. That means interstate is not made. CGST, SGST liability for the month of February 24 is 31 each. They are telling output tax liability. Vishnu Limited provides the following information. Capital goods procured on 5th February 24. Rate CGST, SGST at 6% each. Why the capital goods? That too, before registration they are giving a. Before registration they are giving correct? Capital goods information before registration they are giving. So rate of CGST, SGST is 12%. So 2 lakhs. So this can be claimed. See, we are talking about special cases. Special case only, no. Capital goods, voluntary registration taken, unregistered to registered person, he is becoming capital goods. Now he is talking about inputs. Okay, in finished goods. That too procured on 13th February 23. Now we are in February 24. Registration on 24th February. So it's almost being 1 year, more than 1 year. Okay. Next, value of inputs received on 10th October 23, contained in semi-finished goods, 2,50,000, 6% GST. Inputs procured, lying in stock in semi-finished goods. Inputs procured, lying in stock in finished goods. Okay, so which shall be claimed? Which can be claimed? Which can be claimed? Inputs lying in stock. By which date? By 23rd February 2024. Okay, by that date. Okay, next. See, whenever it is a case of capital goods, it cannot be claimed. Only in case of exempt supply to taxable supply, then only capital goods can be claimed. With respect to inputs, inputs older than 1 year cannot be claimed. So here this is 13th February 23. That means more than 1 year. So this cannot be claimed. This can be claimed. This can be claimed. This can be claimed. First one is there, no? That is capital goods. This cannot be claimed. Okay. So now you are required to determine eligible ITC. 60,000 into 18%, 1,50,000 into 15%. Okay. This 2,50,000 into 12%, that is the eligible ITC. Okay. Right. Next, examine the following independent cases. And determine the place of supply. Mr. Joy, an unregistered person of Kolkata, West Bengal, sends a courier through Kolkata. So what we have to do? Place of supply to be determined. So he is sending unregistered person sending courier. Okay. So West Bengal based Mohan courier agency to his sister in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So what is the place of supply? Place where the goods are handed over for further transportation. So where they are handed over? Where they hand over? West Bengal only, no? West Bengal, Kolkata. In Kolkata only they have handed over. The goods has to be sent to Maharashtra. Correct? Next, Nitin, an unregistered person, resides at Rewa, Madhya Pradesh. Books a two-way air journey ticket from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh to Jaipur. Okay? UP to Jaipur, Rajasthan. So this is the travel. So whenever there is a transportation of passenger service, what is the place of supply? Place where the passenger embarks. Okay. So he leaves Prayagraj on 11th September in morning flight, lands in Jaipur the same day, leaves Jaipur on 15th September in late night flight and lands in Prayagraj the next day. So now the place of supply will be for first journey Prayagraj, for second journey Jaipur. From Jaipur to Prayagraj he is coming back, no, Jaipur. So for each journey, it has to be taken separately, place of supply. Next, Rimjim Private Limited, located at Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, purchases manufacturing machine from Manav Steels Industries Limited, located at Jaipur. Okay, Lucknow, Rimjim Private Limited, Lucknow, UP, purchase machine, manufacturing machine from Manav Steels Industries located at Jaipur, Rajasthan, for being installed at this factory located at Haridwar, Uttarakhand. In this case, what is the place of supply? Place where goods are installed. So that will be the place of supply. Next. Question C, 7th question. GSTR 3B for the month of Jan 24 has been filed by Avinash Limited, a registered person within due date prescribed by the CGST Act, which is on 20 February. It came to the notice of the company that tax due for the month of Jan 24 has been paid short by 16,000. Shortfall 16,000 has been paid by cash ledger, credit ledger. By using cash ledger 12,000, by credit ledger 4,000. Okay, so they have made the payment on 20th March. They have to pay on 20th February, but they have paid on 20th March. Okay, so you are required to calculate what? Interest payable. Interest payable. So how much? The morning only, no, we done this. So how much? On 12 lakhs 16,000. And so on 12,000 16,000. 16,000 gross only, no. So if that it has been filed on date, on due date, then on the gross liability 16,000. Okay, right. Give the effect if the GSTR 3B for the month of Jan 24 been filed belatedly on March 20, 2024, and all the other conditions remaining the same. Filing a late, then in such cases, what is the interest calculation? Net. Net means cash into how much? What is the late? Let's say it is 30 days anukunnam. Okay, how many days it is coming? 29. 29 days it is coming. 29 by 366 into 18%. This is 16k into 29 days by 366 into 18%. Okay, right. Who is liable to collect a TCS under 52 of CGST Act 2017? Briefly explain the provisions relating to filing of returns and deposit of TCS to the government as per the provisions of 52 of CGST Act. Who is liable to collect TCS? Electronic Commerce Operator. Okay, what is the rate of TCS? What is the rate? 0.5%. That too 0.25. TDS 2%, 1 to 1. Okay, right. And that too it shall be paid by 10th of the next one. What is the form? TCS GSTR 8. Okay, see here 29 days. First case they have calculated 29 by 366. See, they have taken leap year and 9 days. Every ECO not being an agent is liable to collect TCS. So registration application has to be given. The proper officer will be granting the registration application within 3 working days. Okay. By 31st December, they have to file the annual return. What is the form? GSTR annual return 9B. 9B. Okay. Right. So within 10 days after the end of the each month, TCS has to be deposited. Next, describe the conditions to be satisfied for availing deduction of post-supply discounts. What is the condition? Post-supply discounts. That means what? After supply, discount is being given. What is that discount? Secondary discounts. Cash discounts are there, no? So in order to avail that discounts, in order to reduce from the value, what is the condition? Agreement shall be there. First condition. At the time of making the supply, agreement shall be there. Next, tax invoice, linked to invoice, linked to particular invoice. Next, ITC to be reversed by recipient. If these three conditions are satisfied, then discounts, post supply discounts can be adjusted to the value. So discount in terms of agreement entered into at or before the time of supply, specifically linked to relevant invoice. Input tax credit is attributable to discount on the basis of document issued by the supplier is reversed by the recipient. Right? Next, examine the existence of consideration for donation received by charitable institutions. Donation received by charitable institutions from individual donors without quid pro quo. Without quid pro quo, an important feature as defined in 231 of CGST Act. Consideration without quid pro quo. What is that? Exempt. First of all, it does not form part of consideration. Something in return shall be there. Okay. So there is no service here. Right. Next, just donation. This is not consideration. This is donation. Mohan Enterprise registered person having principal place of business in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. They received services of advocate Samir, registered person of from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Advocate services taken by business entity that to registered taxable under reverse charge mechanism. Shekhar, an unregistered person, provided services of labor to Mohan Enterprises. Labor services to Mohan Enterprise, registered person, unregistered to registered. Explain the provisions to issue of invoice by recipient Mohan if he is liable to pay tax under reverse charge. Under 9394. First case, invoice has to be issued. Invoice shall be issued by whom? Mohan Olina. See, in reverse charge cases, invoice shall be issued by whom? See, in reverse charge cases, invoice shall be issued by supplier if supplier is registered. If supplier by recipient, if supplier is unregistered. Recipient means recipient issuing the invoice means shelf tax invoice. Got it? So he shall issue. Who shall issue? Mohan Enterprises shall issue in the first case. In the second case, is it notified under 9.4? Unregistered person to registered person. Is it notified? Whether in 9.3 or 9.4? It is notified. In 9.3 it is not there. In 9.4 also what are notified? Construction services, cement, those are notified. 80%, 20%, those are notified. 9.4. This is not notified. Right? Okay. So this is all about which paper? Which paper this is? May 24. Okay. Right. Can we take up an RTP? Last. Okay. We'll take up RTP. This is for September 25. September 25 RTP only. This is released, I think, yesterday only. Yesterday or day before yesterday, maybe. See, okay. We'll take up the questions. Right. Okay, Rapid Move Logistics Private Limited, herein afterwards referred to as RLPL. See, case study question. RLPL, registered company based in Pune, Maharashtra, is engaged in providing logistics and warehousing services. Okay, providing logistics and warehousing services. It is registered in Pune, Maharashtra, including transportation of goods by road, cold storage, warehousing for perishables, and consultancy services. It also deals in activities like storage of agriculture produce. During the quarter, April to June, April, May, June of current year, okay, the company undertook following transactions. Logistics services provided to Hanuman Enterprises, registered in Amravati, Maharashtra, for 28 lakhs, to Miss Shiva Industries, registered in Gavalier, Madhya Pradesh, for 22 lakhs. Okay, so what is that logistics services center? Logistics services. Logistics services means transportation services, huh? Okay, next, services by way of warehousing of vegetables provided to Safal Farms, registered in Solapur, Maharashtra. Fresh veggies registered in Vapi, Gujarat, for 8 lakhs, 4 lakhs respectively. Exempted. Sale of land to Mr. Amit in Pune for 1 crore 20 lakhs, excluding stamp duty of 2.5 crores, so 5 lakhs. This is Schedule 3. Sale of land. Schedule 3 is complete. It is not a supply. First of all, it is not a supply. It cannot be treated as non-taxable supply. It is not a supply, first of all. Next, it also received consultancy services, received, that inward, consultancy services from Mr. Shreyas, an architect, in the month of March for the previous financial year, for what amount? 80 lakhs, exclusive of GST, but input tax grade was not availed until now. Okay, the related invoice was dated 20th March of the previous financial year. Okay, what they are telling? Consultancy services received, that to previous year March. Now it is previous year March for 80,000, exclusive of GST, but input tax grade was not availed until now. The related invoice was dated 20th March of the previous financial year. Got it? You understand it? You want this point? Okay. Supplied goods to newly opened warehouse in Bengaluru unit, valued 6 lakhs. The company has paid the GST, but Bengaluru unit did not make the payment against this invoice within 180 days. Okay, next. In addition to the aforesaid transaction, see, this is transaction between distinct persons. See, supplied goods to its newly opened warehouse in Bengaluru unit. Okay, that means transaction between distinct person. Okay. In addition to the aforesaid transaction, RLPL spent an amount of 5 lakhs on procurement of certain goods, which were distributed as a part of corporate social responsibility required under the provisions of Companies Act 2013. During the same quarter, it also received a subsidy of 40,000 from an environmental NGO for adopting green refrigeration technology and using the electric vehicles for logistics. This subsidy was linked to performance metric, carbon reduction, not to the price of the services. Okay, company has been compliant in filing periodic returns and statements on the time during the year, and has filed the annual return for preceding financial year on 15th October of the current financial year. Okay, right. So what would be the aggregate turnover for the quarter April to June? Aggregate turnover. Aggregate turnover means, what is the definition? Taxable turnover, exempt turnover. All that has to be taken. Interstate, intrastate, exempt, everything. Okay, you tell me. What is the turnover? First, this shall be considered 28 lakhs. Shall we consider 28 lakhs shall be considered or not? 22 lakhs? 50 lakhs totally. Next, this is exempted. Vegetables. Vegetables exempted. Okay, next, 1 crore 20 lakhs, Schedule 3. This is not a supply. Not supply. This is exempted, this is not supply. So 50 lakhs. Next, this 6 lakhs. This 6 lakhs shall be there. 6 lakhs shall be there or not? 6 lakhs. Is it a turnover or not 6 lakhs? This has to be taken correct. Don't you understand this? 6 lakhs is a supply to distinct person. That's why it will form part of turnover or not. This is a supply. It will form part of turnover. One thing. Right. Next, what about this exempted supply? Warehousing of vegetables provided to Safal Farms registered in Solapur and fresh veggies registered in Vapi, Gujarat. So this is exempt supply, correct? Will it form part of aggregate turnover or not? Yes only. Right. So 50 plus 12 plus 6. How much? 68. Which of the following is following options are correct regarding availability of ITC to RLPL in respect of GST paid on procurement of goods meant for purchase of corporate social responsibility? CSR activity, you know, no? Section 135 of Companies Act 2013, correct? CSR activity. So when you are conducting or doing CSR activity, you are making purchase or taking input services for providing corporate social responsibility activity. In such cases, you cannot claim ITC. This is there in blocked gate 17 subsection 5. So the amount of ITC relating to such procurement is not available. Okay, this is option A. Next, amount of ITC relating to such procurement of goods is available. To the extent of 50% available. ITC shall be available to registered person to whom goods are distributed under CSR activity. What is correct? A is correct. Okay. Next, RLPL can claim ITC for the invoice dated 20th March for the previous year up to 30th November or date of filing annual return, whichever is earlier. Annual return filed annual return for preceding financial year on 15th October. So latest date will be, so by this date it can be clicked. Subsidy received from environmental NGO is to be subsidy. Is to be included in the value, na? Excluded from the transaction value, na? Included or excluded? Environmental NGO. If it is directly linked to the price, then it shall be included. Okay, other than central government or state government. So it is not directly linked to the price. Excluded. Which of the statements is true in respect of non-payment of consideration by Bengaluru unit to Pune office? Bengaluru unit to Pune office is distinct person. So schedule 1 para by which it is supply. Schedule 1 para 2 it is supply. Okay, so in this case consideration is not required. So 180 days payment condition we'll see. No, okay. So restriction of 180 days for the payment of consideration is not applicable in the present case. Right. Okay. Next, Mr. Sagar Chaturvedi, registered under GST, is engaged in supplying multiple services in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Furnished the following information with respect to services supplied and received by him during the month. Okay. Services of transportation of students to Sanskar college offering the degree courses recognized by law. Transportation of students. Degree college. That's why taxable. Okay. Outward supply of services of milling of paddy into rice. Taxable? Taxable as rice is not an agricultural produce. Next. Received the services by way of transportation of goods by road from Sindhu transporters and unregistered GTA. Unregistered GTA. Then reverse charge. Okay, inward supply, but still we have to pay just output. Organized a business exhibition in Gujarat for Ramesh Industries registered in Delhi. Taxable. Okay. Next, provided training to employees of Ashiana Interiors, a proprietary concern of Rajasthan, which was not registered in GST, 1 lakh. Provided training to employees. Provided training to employees. How much? Provided training to employees of Ashiana Interiors, a proprietary concern of Rajasthan, which was not registered under GST. 1 lakh. Is it taxable or not? Taxable only, no? Okay, next, recovery agent services provided to car dealer. Taxable or not? Forward charge, reverse charge. Recovery agent. Provided to banking company, then it is reverse charge. Other than banking company, forward charge. Legal services availed for official purpose from individual advocate located in Gujarat. 1,60,000. Official purposes. That means legal services to a business entity. Reverse charge, reverse charge. RCM, taxable. Sponsored his business in cricket match organized by Mumbai Cricket Association, Maharashtra, wherein he paid an amount of 1,50,000 to the association. Sponsorship services received. See, sponsored his business in cricket match organized by Mumbai Cricket Association. So that means for Mumbai Cricket Association, he is making the payment. Okay, or getting sponsorship services. Reverse charge, reverse charge. So rates of GST are 18%, except the services of transportation of goods 5%. Okay, next, all inward outward supplies are exclusive of taxes. All other conditions necessary for availing ITC are fulfilled. Turnover of Sagar 1.8 crores in the previous financial year. All the above mentioned supplies are intrastate, wherever information for determining place of supply is not provided. Net GST payable in cash by Sagar for the month of April. See, they have taken input tax credit. For input tax credit, all are reverse charge mechanism basis only. 3 inward supplies are there, and that too RCM. RCM, huh? Okay, right. So see here, which is the question? This is only, no? 6th only, no? 6th question only, no? 6th question. Right. First one, GST payable under forward charge. See, this is taxable. Transportation of passengers. I mean, transportation of students. Degree college students. That's why it is taxable. If it is school student, then it is exempted. Okay. So CGST, SGST. Milling of paddy into rice, it is also taxable. CGST, SGST. Next case, business exhibition organized for Ramesh. This is 20 lakhs. Why IGST is coming? Why IGST is coming? If it is provided to a registered person, then it is place of such registered person. If it is provided to unregistered person, then place where the event is held. I mean, okay. So it is provided to Ramesh Industries of Delhi. So that's why it is IGST. Next case, training of employees. Training of employees provided to registered, unregistered. Provided to unregistered person. Ashiana Interiors. Okay. So location where the services are actually performed. If it is provided to unregistered. So that's why it is same state. Intrastate supply, CGST, SGST. Next, services provided as a recovery agent, taxable, forward charge mechanism. Okay, so that's why this thing. So total GST under forward charge, we are getting CGST, SGST out. GST payable under reverse charge mechanism. GTA services we are availing 2 lakhs, 5%, 5%. Legal services availed IGST 1,60,000, this thing. And lastly, GST payable is total GST payable under reverse charge is 5,000. 5,000, 5,000, 28,000. Correct? Huh? This is the GST payable under reverse charge. Okay. Any other GST is there? Huh? This is one thing. This is one thing. What about sponsorship services? Sponsorship services. This is inward supply only, no? Sponsorship services are inward or not? Sponsored his business in cricket match organized by Mumbai, wherein he paid an amount of 1,50,000. Okay, sponsorship services, reverse charge mechanism or not? Reverse charge mechanism, that has to be taken. So that's why, see here, this is added, GST payable under reverse charge, this is added, and this also to be added, ITC sponsorship services, this also to be added. For computation of ITC they have added, correct? For computation of ITC they have taken how many? This is RCM ITC is taken, this is RCM ITC taken, this is RCM ITC taken, correct? Now computation of net GST payable in cash. So this is the amount of GST payable in output or gross liability less input tax credit. Input tax credit. So input tax credit ITC of 18,500, 18,500 and 28,000 is from where? These two. Okay, these two taken together, 18,500 and 28,000 legal services, IGST. This has been taken, right? Correct. So now 17,500 is the gross amount payable is getting. At the same time, GST payable under reverse charge mechanism, 5,000, 5,000, 28,000 he is showing, but actually it shall be how much? 18,500, 18,500, 28,000 it shall be. Do you understand this point? Why it is like that? This is RCM, this is RCM, this is RCM. All the three are RCM. So that's why it shall be paid in cash. It shall be paid in cash. So that's why 18,500, 18,500, 28,000 shall be paid in cash. Okay, right. So totally how much shall be paid in cash? 17,500 plus 18,500. 17,500 plus 18,500. Okay, next. This 28,000. 3,32,000 plus 28,000. So 3,60,000 is, this is correct. You add this 17,500 plus 18,500 both. How much it will be? 36,000. 36,000. Simply speaking, what is the output tax liability that shall be paid in cash? Okay. Under reverse charge mechanism, 18,500, 18,500, 28,000 will be given as input tax credit, but shall be paid in cash. Right. Next. Next question is 7th one. Okay. Regal Foundation of Commerce organized a business summit in Surat, Gujarat, in which all the startups were invited to pitch their business ideas. Pandit Jewels Private Limited, registered in state of Maharashtra, sponsored the summit and paid sponsorship fees of 1,50,000 to Regal Foundation Commerce. Regal Foundation of Commerce is a body corporate. So sponsorship services provided by body corporate. Who is the person liable to pay? Regal Foundation Services is not a body corporate. Who is the person liable to pay? So Regal Services is the supplier and he is a body corporate. Who shall be paying? Supplier shall be paying forward charge. He is not a body corporate means reverse charge. Okay, in case services provided by way of sponsorship services to a body corporate or a partnership firm by any person other than body corporate, the recipient is liable to pay tax under reverse charge mechanism. Okay, to any body corporate or partnership firm by a person other than body corporate. So Regal Foundation of Commerce, the supplier is a body corporate. So reverse charge provisions are not applicable. In case services provided by a sponsorship to any body corporate or partnership firm by a person other than body corporate, recipient is liable to pay reverse charge. So Regal Foundation of Commerce, supplier is not a body corporate in this case. So reverse charge provisions are applicable in this case. Pandit Jewels Private Limited is a body corporate? No. Okay, body corporate means it is a company. Right. So next, 8th question. Examine whether GST is exempted in the following independent cases. GST is exempt in the following independent cases. Apex Facilities provided civil maintenance services for upkeep of Municipal Corporation of Delhi head office building. Value of the goods constitutes 20% while providing maintenance services. Okay, provided to whom? Local authority. construction services are, I mean maintenance, civil maintenance services provided to local authority, where 20% constitutes goods, remaining 80% services. Okay, so this is exempted at tax bill. So whenever you are supplying to local authority or government, in such cases, and that too you are making construction services, okay, more than up to 25% goods involved means it is exempted. More than 25% involved means it is taxable. Here it is not construction service, it is civil maintenance service. It is a building maintenance service. Head office building, a value of supply is constitutes 20% of goods. So head office building, then it is taxable. Next, you understand this point. Generally construction services given to government, then value of the goods is up to 25% exempted. More than 25% composite supply taxable. Talreja and Talreja, a firm of advocates, provides legal services to the state government for representation in High Court. Legal services provided to state government, exempted. Okay. Next, BLF Mall, Noida, provides services by way of vehicle parking to general public. Vehicle parking services, wherever we have seen, nowhere it is there in exemptions. Right. Next, services provided by private transport operator to Scholar Boys Higher Secondary School by way of transportation of students to and from the school. Services supplied to educational institution by way of transportation of students. That too, educational institution means up to higher secondary school. Okay, Muthuswamy, an electronic dealer registered in Bangalore, Karnataka, hired Parivahan Logistics, an unregistered goods transport agency, to deliver his goods at the place of business of customer in Jaipur. Okay, na? So who is taking the services of whom? Muthuswamy, registered dealer taking services of GTA. Okay, reverse charge mechanism will be applicable. Okay, he is from Karnataka, but the goods to be delivered in Jaipur. Next, Rajasthan, where Jaipur, Rajasthan. Okay, Parivahan Logistics charged 60,000 for transportation of goods, which was paid by Muthuswamy on 4th January through account pay check. Delivery was made on the same day. Parivahan Logistics did not raise the tax invoice for these services since it was unregistered. So in this case, you are required to determine person liable to issue the tax invoice. Who shall issue? This is a case of reverse charge mechanism. Who shall issue? Recipient shall issue. Since supplier is unregistered, recipient shall issue self-tax invoice. Okay, time limit for issuance of tax invoice. This is a service. When the tax invoice shall be issued, before or after, but not later than 30 days. So that means from the time of supply, from the provision of service within 30 days it shall be issued. Time of supply for transportation of services provided by GTA, assuming that time of supply to be determined, assuming that tax invoice is issued on the last day on which it should have been issued. Last day means what? 30th day. Okay, 30th day after provision of service. Okay, so now time of supply to be determined. So time of supply of service in case of reverse charge mechanism. Time of supply of service in case of reverse charge mechanism. What is that? Date of payment or 61st day from the date of issue of invoice. If the invoice is issued by the supplier. If the invoice is issued by the supplier. Got it? Or else, if the invoice is not issued by the supplier, that means in this case, who is issuing? Recipient is issuing the invoice. In such cases, date of payment or date of invoice, whichever is earlier, that will be the time of supply. Okay, right. Mascot Motors Private Limited. So this is an important case. Okay, you see. So because in this case, date of payment or 61st day is there, no? It is replaced with date of payment or date of provision of service, whichever is earlier. Since the invoice is issued by recipient, if it is issued by supplier, same provision. Okay. Mascot Motors Private Limited, herein referred to as MMPL, dealer of motor vehicles, registered in Udaipur. He is a dealer of motor vehicles, registered in Udaipur, Rajasthan. Has given an ex-works contract to Ganesh Traders, registered in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, for manufacturing 10 units of pickup vans. Got this point? 10 units of pickup vans to be manufactured. By whom? 10 units of pickup vans to be manufactured by whom? Ganesh Traders. Okay. So Ganesh Traders manufactured the vans and handed them over to the transporter on behalf of MMPL, that means Mascot Motors, on 29th April, and delivered on its part, delivered on its part is complete at its factory's gate in Ahmedabad. Manufactured the vans and handed them over to the transporter on behalf of MMPL on 29th April, and delivered on its part is complete at its factory gate in Ahmedabad. So whose factory gate? Ganesh Traders factory gate. So that means X factory. So outside the factory they have handed over. Further, it raised the invoice for all the 10 pickup vans on the same day. Correct? They have manufactured, that's why they are raising invoice. Correct? Okay. MMPL has recorded the invoice in its books on the same day. Delivery, invoice, and tarvata books of accounts la entry. Next, price of the vans X factory was 10 lakhs. Each excluding GST at the rate of 28%. Price of the vans X factory. Each van is 10 lakhs. 10 vans. That means 1 crore. Rate of GST 28%. Vans were physically received by MMPL. First of all, purchase of vans, no? Vans for transportation of goods. ITC available? MMPL is purchasing. So this is available. Next. And Rajasthan on 2nd May, Udaipur, Rajasthan 2nd May, and payment was also made on the same day. Physically received in Rajasthan on 22nd May, and payment was also made on the same. After the payment, 2 vans got damaged completely in a fire in the showroom in the first week of May, and therefore they were written off in the books in the month of receipt by MMPL. You understand this? 2 vans completely damaged. Discuss the validity of availability of ITC on pickup vans to MMPL with reference to provisions under GST law, in which month MMPL is eligible to avail ITC on the purchase of vans, how much ITC is available in respect of the vans. When they can avail? When they can avail ITC? As per section 16, subsection 2, receipt of goods are receipt of goods. Okay, ITC can be availed, right? Okay. It doesn't matter whether payment is received or not. Payment is made or not. And that too, whenever you are taking ITC with respect to damaged goods, you can claim ITC. Yeah? With respect to damaged goods, you can claim ITC. Yeah? Blocked credit. Okay. So ITC can be availed only on 8 vans. Only on 8 pickup vans. Okay, see here. 16.2 provides that no registered person shall be entitled to credit unless he has received the goods or both, services or both. Okay. Next, further it is clarified that by a circular that in case of X works contract, property in the goods can be considered to have passed on to the dealer by original equipment manufacturer upon handing over of the said goods. So this is an important point here. X works contract. So at X factory, it is said that the goods are handed over to the transporter at his X factory gate, meaning thereby goods can be considered to have been delivered to the registered person through transporter by supplier at his factory gate, and supply of the said goods can be considered to have been fructified at the fructified at the factory gate of the OEM, even though the goods may be physically received by the registered person, dealer, after the transit period. So that means he can take ITC in the month of April. Okay, right. So on 29th, he is received at the factory gate. So that's why, so 29th it has been received. It can be treated, it is received. Okay, even though they were physically received in the month of May. So for the month of April, in the month of May, ITC has been availed. But in the month of May, they got damaged. Okay, ITC taken in the month of April. Okay, for the month of April, in the month of April, ITC taken. Okay, but in the May month, ITC has to be reversed. So that means, so while filing in June, ITC to be reversed for 2 vans. Okay, so first of all, ITC will be 10 lakhs into 10 vans into 28%. Subsequently, receipt of the vans in showroom, 2 vans were destroyed. So that's why 10 lakhs into 2 into 28%, 5.6 lakhs, that has to be reversed in the next month. ఏది ఇన్సూరెన్స్ కంపెనీ రీప్లేస్ చేస్తుంది కదా, అవసరం లేదు, నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్. సో ఇఫ్ ఇన్సూరెన్స్ కంపెనీ ఈజ్ క్లైమింగ్ దట్, so sometimes insurance company, what insurance company will do is, they will hand over the goods salvage value. The salvage value will be sold by the insurance company. So in such cases, so it will be treated as outward supply. They can claim input tax credit like this. So all this is and this we have seen, no? See here, date of payment 4th January. Date of issue of invoice is 3rd February. 3rd February is how 3rd February? Within 30 days from the date of provision of service. So time of supply will be 4th January. Just 2. So this is not applicable here. Date immediately following 60 days. 61st day, date of issue of invoice, whichever is earlier is not applicable. Because see here, date immediately following 60 days from the date of issue of invoice or any other document by whatever name called, in lieu thereof by the supplier. If it is issued by the supplier, then it is 61st day. In this case, it is issued by recipient. So that's why this provision. Okay. So this is RTP of September 25th. RTPs are so much important that direct questions may be lifted from RTP and can be seen in the examination. So that's why it is very important to do RTPs for at least 6 attempts prior to your attempt. So now we have done September 25. Likewise, you do 4 or 5 RTPs, older RTPs. Okay, those are very much important questions, RTP questions. Likewise, anyway, suggested answers, everything you will be following. Okay, right. When comes to examination point of view, I already told you that which is so important. Concentrating on GST rather than on income tax is so much important, scoring point of view. And if you see the regarding this questions, regarding this exam, so if you see, let's 100% of syllabus coverage is important. Syllabus coverage 100% is important, and 100% of exam presentation in the sense answering 100% is important. At least about to 100%, 95% if your answer means. So no doubt you can easily cross 40%. Okay, whatever the level of the examination, whatever the tough level. So either it may be hard, whether it may be too hard, whatever it may be, if you are giving the scope. See, whenever the paper is so hard, so people are not even getting 40%. Okay, in such cases, ICA will consider giving 40%. To whom it will consider? Who is writing 95%? To them, it will be given 40%. So ICA will be fixing some percentage. What is pass percentage will be fixed. At least that percentage of the members to be passed, no. So in that you have to be there. See, they are fixing as 15%. So everyone is feeling the same toughness. So only 10 members only could able to get 40. Remaining 5 members will be there, no. Remaining 5 members are required to clear off. So that's why what they will do. So they will try to give 40% in that examination. So that's why you have to give the chance to them to make you pass. So whenever the exam is a bouncer, okay, that you have to do. That is one thing. And the next thing, 100% coverage of the syllabus. All the concept has to be covered. You don't know that. Like some miscellaneous concepts will be there, very miscellaneous areas. From that, questions will be lifted and kept in compulsory questions. So a small topic will be there. Okay, just if you see at a glance, it will be remembered, but you have not seen because it is a miscellaneous concept. From that compulsory question will come for 10 marks. So likewise, surprises will be there in the examination. So that's why 100% syllabus coverage is very much important, very much essential here. And that too, so you have this attempt having 3 papers in a group, just 3 papers in a group. Okay, so that's why it is in that way also it is somewhat lucky for these attempts. So previously it used to be 4 and 4. Before that it is 7, 4 and 3. Now it is 4 and 4. Made to 4 and 4. Now it is 3 and 3. Okay, in that way also 2 subjects got reduced now. So in that way also you are somewhat lucky. So if you are passing CA Enter now, your life is secured. Minimum security level you have arrived in your life. Okay, semi-qualified chartered accountant. So that's why you have to secure your life by passing this CA Enter examination at any cost. You will be called a semi-qualified chartered accountant. After that, whenever you are passing after CA Enter, so no doubt you will be passing CA Final at any cost, at any point of time. But if you are just crossing this step means your life is secured. Okay, so that's why you have to concentrate more. If it is not possible to pass 2 groups at a time, just go for 1 group, no. But never ever give up. Up to the last minute you have to study. Up to the last minute you have to study. At the same time, while going for revision, no, while going for revision, if you have conceptual clarity, then in such cases, don't go for the main material. Don't go for line to line reading. Okay, so if you have conceptual clarity, it is enough. That is enough. Then you go for revision number of times. Don't reread while revising. You have to recollect while revising. So have a summary material. Okay, so in ICA there is a material called Sarans, which is a revision material. So that is that is too good. I have seen for GST, it is too good. Okay, so time and again you can revise each and every chapter. In 3 pages chapter will be over. Value of supply 1 page it is there. Time of supply it will be 2 to 3 pages. Exemptions 4 to 5 pages. That's all. At a glance, for a 10 minutes if you read means 1 chapter is over. So for every 1 week or 10 days you will be revising. Number of times you have to revise. So summary material. Once the concept is clear. Unless and until the concept is clear, you cannot leave the main material. Also for concepts which are unclear, doubtful, for that you have to refer the main material. But concepts which are already known to you, then you can go for revision material. So revision material, number of times you have to revise. Revision means what? Revision means what? Not rereading. So you have to recollect the points. So if a concept I say by name, composition dealer, like if you could able to recollect 5 or 6 points, there will be 1 or 2 points which cannot be recollected at the first flash. So in such cases you have to visit those points only. Remaining points also you have to check, but these 2 points will be alert. You have to be alert. Okay, so whenever you are doing that, so you have to do the number of questions. So when comes to questions part, no, so you have to read each and line by line. For theory, whenever it is practical, you have to practice. So if you don't have practice, see, you are going to write the exam without any practice means, so how you are going to handle? Okay, so it is like for the first time you are driving. It is like for the first time you are driving. See, whatever you are going to do the exam, that has to be done before going to the exam. That is what the practice is, no? So that's why you have to give some mock test papers under examination conditions. It is not necessary examination conditions. I say mock test paper will be there. You put yourself 3 hours of time. You write the exam. You have suggested answers. You cross check the answers. What is there? Okay, no, somebody else has to come and put the exam or what? It is not necessary. There are many mock test papers available online. You bring that, you download that. You can write your answer. You can check your answer. So you give the time 3 hours. So likewise for every exam, for every subject, you have to give at least 5 mock tests. If you are giving 5 mock tests now and you are revising and you are doing all the ICA materials, So prominence has been given to ICA materials only. So ICA material prominence is very much important because ICA is conducting examination. So that's why ICA material is so much important. ICA questions are so much important. So you practice many questions. There may be questions which are repetitive, but still you have to reread or resolve. So in order to get the practice. Okay. And question reading is so much important. Reading the question is so much important. So well-defined question is half solved. So that's why reading the question is so much important. So you will be having 15 minutes advance time to read the question paper. So so whenever you are getting that time, no, at a glance you will see the question paper. So while reading the question paper you should be see, so there are lengthy questions, so which will be going to 2 pages, 10 marks questions, 2 pages it will be. So whenever you are reading the first starting line and you are going for the last line, so you will miss out. You're like you will forgot everything which you have read earlier. So that's why for every point you have to write a summary side by. So or else like mapping. So when a supplier is there, for the month of March the data has been given, he has made a supply. So for outward supplies, for inward supplies, so likewise you have to make a some tabular format or some rough kind of diagram, or like that. Likewise if you are writing something means, then you could be able to like recollect all the points of the question. So when all the points of the questions are in your grip, that means you can easily solve the question. So there will be no question which cannot be solved in GST point of view. So if you could effort 2 to 3 revisions, you can easily write the question paper. Okay, so that's why this is all from my side. Thank you so much. So all these days, like almost being 15 to 20 days, right? Okay, so the with respect to classes, I enjoyed so much. I thought same is the case with you, but there is a so much of trouble from my side to you. Like it is like always a trouble to hear the classes for the whole day, and that too a single subject in a whole day. Okay, but anyway, I thank you. Right.